In the quiet, pre-dawn hours of February 2026, Nancy Guthrie sat at her simple wooden desk in her beloved adobe home in Tucson, Arizona. At 84, her hands trembled slightly as she lifted her pen, writing a letter to her youngest daughter, Savannah. It was not just another note. It was a confession, an unguarded reflection of a life lived fully, yet quietly burdened. Nancy had always been a woman of strength and composure, smiling through storms and carrying the weight of her family's needs. Now, she acknowledged a truth she had long kept private. She was never truly unbreakable. Every stroke of ink on the page was deliberate, conveying honesty, vulnerability, and the wisdom accumulated across decades. Her words, addressed to Savannah, would later offer clarity and comfort, revealing the depth of her love and the careful way she had shaped her children's lives. The disappearance that shook Tucson. The letter was discovered days after Nancy's sudden disappearance on February 1st, 2026. What began as a missing person report quickly became a nationwide story, drawing the attention of the Pima County Sheriff's Department and the FBI. Signs of a struggle inside her home and the sudden disconnection of her pacemaker monitoring app heightened concern. Savannah, flanked by her siblings Annie and Cameron, shared heartfelt appeals on social media, pleading, "Bring her home." Vigils and prayer circles sprang up in Tucson and across the country as strangers lifted their hopes for her safe return. The urgency of the search was compounded by Nancy's fragile health, her reliance on daily medication, and limited mobility. Every hour that passed intensified worry. Communities came together to offer support, while the family maintained composure and faith, embodying the very resilience that Nancy had instilled in them. Roots in Kentucky. Nancy Ellen Long was born on January 27, 1942, in Fort Wright, Kentucky. She grew up during the hopeful post-war decades in a close-knit, faith-filled community. As the eldest child of William and Jane Long, she was spirited, intelligent, and deeply influenced by Midwestern values. Her early years were shaped by Catholic traditions, disciplined education, and the encouragement to pursue excellence. St. Agnes Elementary School and Notre Dame Academy nurtured both her intellect and her love for writing, instilling a sense of responsibility and service. Friends remembered her as lively, quick-witted, and eager to engage with the world around her. From this upbringing, Nancy developed the balance of kindness and discipline that would define her as a mother, community member, and professional. These early foundations were the quiet bedrock of a life lived with purpose and integrity, ultimately shaping the values she passed to her children. College, love, and independence. Nancy's time at the University of Kentucky in the early 1960s expanded her worldview and honed her journalistic instincts. She joined the Kentucky Kernel, rising to society editor, and learning to tell meaningful stories with empathy and nuance. It was during college that she met Charles Errol Guthrie, a mining engineering student who captured her heart with quiet confidence and steady charm. Despite the traditional expectations of the era, Nancy pursued her degree with determination, earning independence and preparing for a life that would balance marriage, career, and motherhood. Their wedding in 1963 reflected simplicity, faith, and partnership. Over the years, Nancy nurtured her family, traveling with Charles's career, raising 3 children, and blending community engagement with devotion to home life. This period laid the foundation for a household infused with love, faith, and high standards, preparing Savannah and her siblings for the lessons that would guide them throughout life. Tucson and motherhood. By 1973, the Guthrie family settled in Tucson, Arizona, in the adobe home Nancy would cherish for decades. Here, she immersed herself in raising her children, instilling faith, discipline, and resilience. Family life was interwoven with spiritual devotion, community service, and a sense of purpose. Nancy organized neighborhood events, supported local schools, and cultivated meaningful relationships. For Savannah, the lessons were both subtle and profound. To be capable, composed, and considerate, with God as an ever-present companion. Life in Tucson was marked by hikes, church participation, and family milestones, creating a rich tapestry of memories that shaped Savannah's character and ambition. Nancy's influence was steady, loving, and exacting, fostering independence while teaching her children the value of perseverance, integrity, and faith. Her guidance would echo across decades, shaping Savannah into the woman the nation now watched with concern and admiration. Tragedy and resilience. In 1988, tragedy struck when Charles Guthrie died suddenly at 49 while traveling for work. Nancy, widowed at 46 with 3 teenagers, faced immense challenges. She met grief with remarkable resolve, prioritizing her children's emotional stability while managing practical responsibilities. Returning to work in public relations at the University of Arizona, she ensured her daughter's educational opportunities while maintaining professionalism and composure. Friends and colleagues admired her dedication, warmth, and ability to balance personal grief with public responsibility. Through these years, Nancy exemplified strength not as a performance, but as a steady presence that guided her family. Her resilience and devotion, combined with her faith and discipline, became the quiet scaffolding upon which Savannah and her siblings built their own lives, internalizing the lessons of composure, accountability, and unwavering love. Legacy of love and expectation. Nancy's letter revealed the inner truth behind a lifetime of strength. She admitted hiding fears, concealing vulnerability, and worrying about whether she had been enough as a mother. She reflected on her own dreams, sacrifices, and endurance, acknowledging that her life had not been flawless, but it had been purposeful. Most tenderly, she expressed her gratitude for Savannah's care, love, and attention, celebrating the light her grandchildren brought to their lives. These words encapsulated a lifetime of values: faith, integrity, service, and love expressed through action rather than mere sentiment. The letter became a final testament, offering clarity and connection in a moment of profound loss, and underscoring that the truest measure of a life is often found in the quiet acts of devotion and sacrifice that leave a lasting impact on those we love. Mourning and reflection. On February 10, 2026, the devastating news arrived. Nancy's body was discovered in a remote area outside Tucson. Investigators determined her death followed a tragic kidnapping attempt, leaving her family and community in grief. In honoring her mother, Savannah shared parts of the letter publicly, allowing viewers a glimpse into Nancy's unvarnished humanity. The note conveyed vulnerability, wisdom, and a life lived with purpose. Vigils and memorials transformed grief into communal support, reflecting the lives she touched. Nancy's legacy was not in headlines, but in the love, values, and guidance she imparted. Her story became a testament to quiet strength, faith, and devotion, reminding everyone that even the strongest among us carry burdens unseen, and that the true measure of life lies in the integrity, compassion, and resilience we leave behind. Enduring inspiration. Nancy Guthrie's life, from her Kentucky childhood to her Arizona sunsets, embodied dignity, devotion, and service. Her final letter revealed a woman who bore burdens silently, loved deeply, and sought to shape her family through discipline and care. Through Savannah, Annie, and Cameron, her lessons continued to guide, inspire, and shape responses to life's challenges. Her legacy was not measured in accolades or fame, but in the integrity, compassion, and perseverance that defined her relationships. Savannah's reading of the letter reminded the world that even those who appear strongest have private battles, and that love often demands both courage and humility. Nancy's enduring message was clear: kindness, resilience, and faith outlast life's noise, leaving a blueprint for generations to come.